and then you pour one,
Okay.
and we'll see who does a better one. All right, now take it from the top.
Oh yeah, that's fucking good. Oh, okay. You're right there, buddy. Oh, I f***ed it up at the end, but damn, that was awesome. I am Ruby Doo, and I'm from Auckland, New Zealand. Back up, get back up, get back up. Don't miss a beat when the team get jack up. Bounce and repeat till the team get stuck up. Don't miss a beat when the team get mash up. Be back up. Reggae's massive in New Zealand. Like, we a lot of love for reggae. Lots of big festivals there, lots of reggae bands. Like, yeah, it's huge. Reggae's massive there, I love it. Rock down, pantor, freestyle, one time, one. The fans are crazy. I mean, I find with New Zealand, it's not just me that loves live music. I think Kiwis in general love live music. So they really do show up. We have a lot of festivals in the summer, and reggae goes, like one of our biggest festivals in New Zealand is a reggae festival, and over 30,000 people every year show up to that. Like, and you have international reggae artists showing up just to see all these Kiwis dancing to reggae. Like, it's mad, I love it. I have a band back in New Zealand, and they're a bunch of great musicians. Shout out to the Rubi Doo band. And so for this album, I really wanted to make use of their talent and get my band in the studio, recording them, their instruments, them playing it. So I'm really excited just to get my musicians out there and also make music that we can then translate for live shows in the summer. Yeah. Coffee is part of my life. I love coffee. My whole family loves coffee. I drink it every day, multiple times a day. Some would call it an addiction. I call it a passion. My classic kind of go-to is I'll just get like a nice flat white. I drink it so much, I think it'll be good for me to figure out, to learn how to do it. But also, Melbourne is the capital of coffee, so I've heard. So I thought it'd be a good place to do it.
My name is Scott. I'm a barista, and I'm going to be training Ruby Doo how to make a flat white. I've been making coffee for about 10 years now. I've done it in many different places, but started in UK and managed to make my way out to Australia, and specifically Melbourne, which is sort of recognized as the mecca of coffee. I typically drink my coffee black. On the weekends, if I'm feeling wild, I'll have a flat white, get loose. Everything in coffee is about balance. So the espresso needs to be balanced. The milk needs to be textured well and at the correct temperature. I think people get quite hung up on if it looks really pretty and if it's got like a swan pouring on it. That's awesome, but if you've got a bad espresso, it's not really going to do any good. So it needs to be built on great foundations. So balanced espresso is always so important. You can't cover up a bad espresso with good milk. All right, Ruby, you ready to make a coffee?
I am, let's go.
What we want to do is we want to weigh how much coffee we're grinding out.
Okay.
So it's really important to know a recipe, and I always like it to pancakes. It's a horrible analogy, but if you don't know how much is going in, you just put random things in, it's not going to be great. So we start by tearing our scales, we put it under, grind, and we were looking for 22 grams.
22 grams, so that makes a great coffee, 22 grams?
Yeah.
Okay.
It can vary between each coffee. You can go often, typically as low as like 16 grams.
Okay.
But generally it sort of sits around the 20 gram mark, depending on sizes of your baskets and whatnot. So once we've got the coffee ground, we're going straight into the portafilter. So you go upside down, on, over the top, give it a little shake.
Okay.
Everything in coffee wants to be as even as possible. So if you look at that, nice and even. Then we go into the bench, grab your tamper. I like to pinch it, having my 2 fingers either side.
Okay.
And I go in, and again, as I said, even. With your pinched fingers, you can feel if it's even. So the water draws through, giving you a nice balanced espresso. Pop it onto the espresso machine, grab the holy scales. So we've got 22 grams in. I'm looking for about 46 grams of coffee out. So it's really important that we're working on set ratios here.
Okay.
So what I'll do is we tear the scales, and we just turn on, we hit time. So we want to have the time sort of sit roughly about 27 seconds to 29 seconds.
Wow, it's really a science.
And what we want to do is when we see that is getting about 4 grams off, so we want about 42, just turn it off. So that is an espresso.
It smells so good.
Do you think you'll want to give that one a go now?
Let's try it. Okay, let's see if I can remember the process.
So we're going to start. So we want to remove the handle.
Just twist it?
Just twist it straight out.
Yo.
And then just knock it off that and give it a good clean. You don't want any leftover coffee in there. If you want to grind your coffee out.
Okay, so I weigh this.
Yeah, perfect.
Just tear it and then I put that there.
Yep, and then you want to press the one with the 2 cups on.
All right, let's go. It's grinding.
We're grinding. Alrighty, so.
That's a lot of coffee.
It is. So where are we? 23.5. So if you want to spoon it out to 22 grams.
Oh, that's a bit more than a gram. I wouldn't know.
All right. Now you want to turn this upside down and fit that in there. When did you start doing music?
Wow, I've been doing music for like over 10 years now. I started out really young. My dad was in a band. He was a Rastafarian, so I kind of grew up around a lot of music. Oh, that kind of. I recently have a band as of like the last 2 years, which is the first time I've had my own band. So I've really enjoyed playing with them and have been having like creative control musically.
Yeah.
We get to have fun together creatively and everyone just throws in ideas and whether it works, it works. If not, we just keep it moving. Ready? I got this.
There you go. So it's pulling nice and even. Amazing. So that is your base for your coffee. The next stage is milk. Would you be able to take any of these skills to your music, maybe for your next tour?
Yeah,
Some very vital things
I'll
you're
just
learning here.
take you on tour. You can make us coffee. How about that?
Alrighty, so what we got here is we go steam wand, milk, and milk jug. We go in straight into the spout, and I like to just turn it slightly to the right, and you wanna just hold it about there, and you wanna be able to see closer to the bottom of the spout there. And what we're looking for is like a ripping sound, and that's the air getting blended into the milk. So what I'll do is I'll steam one up, so we're just gonna go in. That ripping sound is the air. And when it's about too hot to touch, turn it off.
Okay.
Give it a wipe, give it a steam, perfect. And what we're looking for is just nice and glossy milk. So what I'm gonna do, I'll pour that in here, and you're gonna steam up some milk.
Okay. Gloop, 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 gloop. Slightly to the right.
Yeah, so if you wanna find it, just twist it the other way there. A little bit more, awesome.
Oh God.
And you can hear that ripping, so you wanna, yeah, perfect.
Like that.
A little bit more. Okay, now go in.
Ooh, baby.
So if you bring it down a little bit.
It's getting hot.
It's getting hot?
Yep,
Too
yep,
hot?
Yep, yep,
I'll
yep,
turn it off for you.
Okay, that's good.
It's perfect.
You've been kind.
I think you might be more of a natural espresso maker than a milk steamer.
Really? Yeah. Okay.
So what we'll do is we'll pull the espresso, we'll steam the milk, and then we're gonna pour one. I'll pour one, and then you pour one, and we'll see who does a better one.
Yeah, all right, challenge.
Back up, back up. Don't miss a beat when the team get jack up. Bounce and repeat till the team get stuck up. Don't miss a beat when the team get mash up.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a heart. It's the most simple latte art you can do.
Okay.
And it's just one other technique. So where we're drawing in, next we're just gonna go up and we're gonna go across.
Yeah.
So,
and across.
So I hope you've given me good milk. So again, nice and simple. So we're just gonna fill it about 3/4, nice and high. And then we're gonna go in. And then when we've got a sufficient size thing, we go up and then we go across.
Oh yeah, okay.
All right. But it's nice and easy. You'll do a better one than me. It's all about confidence.
In theory, I've got it. Right. Okay, yeah.
Nice, keep going. Beautiful. All right, now you come up, you go forward. There you go.
Oh, I f***ed it up at the end, but damn, that was awesome.
Yeah, you got it. There we go.
It's a broken heart, but you know.
We all got one of those.
Oh, okay. You're right there, buddy.
There you go. So it's better than my one.
Can I have a sip? Oh yeah, that's fucking good.